Hello, welcome to another episode of Daily Wisdom Words podcast. I am your host, Rini O'Day.
Hey everyone, I am Neil Torelli and I'm also your co-host. We want to thank you for joining us today and give you a very warm welcome to our latest episode.
Daily Wisdom Words is an online community for writers and poets all over the world. Join us every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we will be having some very distinguished guests, each one specializing in topics you don't want to miss.
Today, we're joined by an author from India, Neha Jindal. Neha is the author of the very powerful and evocative poetry collection called Phases of Moon. She's also a tireless activist for women's rights in India. Hi Neha, welcome to the show.
Hi Neha.
Thank you, Neil. Thank you, Maureen.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing me to this show. And I'm really, really blessed to be a part of like an international community for poetry.
Well, absolutely. We were thrilled that we could get you. So, Neha, when did you realize you had a passion for poetry?
Actually, I was very small. Like I was in my class 11 when I started getting like interest in poetry, especially English poetry. I started getting interest in that. Like we had too many, like the course curriculum that we had was very wide and it has many beautiful poets. So from there, I started having interest in poetry. And when you start getting interest in poetry, it's just the flow of thoughts that just keep going. So that was the phase when I started writing. And after that, like I kept on writing for 2 to 3 years, but then it was a break because of my higher studies. I could not get much time to write. But from 2017 onwards, I'm on a go. I started writing again. And now it's like I'm more inclined towards women issues which are there. So now I'm writing continuously. And I published my book in 2017, which is a collection of emotions of a woman.
Oh, that is amazing. I was just going to ask you that. And I love the title, Phases of the Moon. How did you decide on that title? Did it just come to you one day or?
It's not like instant, but I felt like as the moon changes its phases every day, in the same way, a woman has so many roles to play. And since the childhood till she becomes like she gets married, she gets like to become a mother, there are so many phases in her life, so many changes, and every change is beautiful. So I thought that I'll take this title for my book.
It's a beautiful, beautiful cover too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, your poetry is powerfully written. Besides people reading it and enjoying it, is there a deeper meaning to your poetry that you'd like to convey, especially like towards feminism, maybe?
Yeah, of course. Like I feel like about like there are many poetries like after the marriage where you need to make so many adjustments. A woman need to make so many adjustments in her life. Like she leaves her house, her parental house, and then she comes into a new family, and she tries to absorb new things. And as you know, like there is so much of adjustments that we make in our daily life, and so many changes, physical and emotional, that we go through every day. So that is like what I felt like it should be conveyed. This is like this book, Phases of Moon, like this is a generic feelings of a woman, how it is like when she gets married, she becomes a mother. I'm a mother of twins. So it was like
you are. Oh, how old?
Beautiful.
Yeah, I have 9-year-old, a girl and a boy. So
perfect. Perfect. You got you hit the jackpot first time.
Yeah, right. So when they turned 3, I started feeling like I'm a professional accountant, and I was working with
Wow.
Accenture, and like it was completely a transformation for me. Like now I was not looking into accounting profession anymore, and like I was taking care of their like
Mhm.
development, their skills and all. So it was completely
Mhm.
different transition for me.
Right.
So like every woman goes through it, how she like prioritize others over herself.
Mhm.
Right.
So it completely becomes a very different world for her.
Yeah.
And other than
Absolutely.
this, yeah, other than this book, I've also written some poetries like about women, because and I remember I shared one poetry with Abu,
Hmm.
that we had a
Yes.
podcast on. So and these poetries and these women empowerment issues which are there, they make me feel that the world is connected. Everyone is facing the same issues. Every
Yeah.
country is facing the same issues. And we really need to come out of these things.
Absolutely.
Not only
Yeah.
beautiful, brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You're
Thank you.
very
that's a
intelligent.
yeah. And
And
you talk about women's rights and feminism being a key theme in your poetry. In the 21st century, has feminism gotten a little bit, and women's rights in general, do you feel that it's getting any better than what it used to be in 30, 40 years, especially in a country like India, where there's definitely a rise, but there's also that conservative side will probably always be there in some form or fashion. So is it any better than it used to be? Is the situation improving?
Yeah, I completely feel that there is some betterment, but
Right.
the only like, of course, there is betterment. Like women are getting much better education and they are getting equal opportunity in on the work front. But
Right.
somehow, one thing that I feel that is missing when we look towards women empowerment is when we talk about equality. And I
Mm.
feel that people have this notion that if they have given the right to work to women, or if
Hmm.
when the women are taking a forefront in the work profiles,
Right.
so they feel that it is equality. But I don't feel that. I feel the
Okay.
equality should be mental. If you are
Ah,
thinking that
yeah.
okay, that women is working now, she is equal, but can you just imagine that lady now who was restricted to a housework, and she was
Right.
like doing the housework and sleeping peacefully. Now she is going out to work, and
Yes.
but has the other things has the other aspects changed for her? She's still cooking in the morning. She's still taking care of the kids. She's still washing the clothes. She's still taking care of the household, and she's also working.
True.
So
mhm.
True.
has the things really changed on the mental level? Still, people feel okay if you are working, it's your choice. And
Mm.
uh, like still people need to treat women as humans. I think
Yes.
then the exact meaning of equality will come over. If the people will start thinking, okay, if I work for 10 hours, I am tired, so
Right.
that woman who's working for 10 hours, she'll be equally tired.
Mm. That's true.
And
Absolutely.
Very pertinent
Absolutely.
observation.
We
Yeah.
we feel that in America too. We do.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
I think it's a worldwide problem. Though
Yeah.
though in our country we do have more rights, obviously,
right.
but yeah, we get tired too. you know, but you are a successful author that has published a book, and just in that arena, do you find it is a man's world over there in publishing and being an author?
I'm sorry, can you just repeat the question?
Um, okay, you have written a successful poetry book and you had it published in India.
Yeah.
Do you find that men get more priority over your book and your writing than
Um,
say,
I won't say that like for
okay,
publishing, I don't think so,
okay,
because
okay,
Right.
everybody loves to read what is good. So I don't
Mm.
think so. Like in case of work, Maybe one thing can be that maybe women are not uh, taking that much of information about publishing and they are not well aware, but I don't think so. It's like men's or women's, like it's all about thought.
Right.
It's more about connecting with people. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't think like gender plays a role there. So
Good,
Right.
whosoever
good,
gets
Yeah.
connected to
good,
the audience, they are like
Right.
they go through.
good,
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah. And you brought up a very pertinent observation in our earlier question about, making the mental feeling more equal for a woman, right? So when we talk about creative writing and especially poetry, there is a strong connection with mental health, right? So many people use it as a release, as a catharsis, whatever they want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Poets say it through their words. Um, I know that from personal experience in India, the talk around mental health has started to come up. I've seen like more people talk about it, particularly Indian celebrities. But do you think there's enough action being taken when it comes to mental health disorders? Like there is here, you have hotlines, you have centers. Is it as prevalent in India as it should be?
It's better than before, but still I feel that people are not that like acceptable about your mental conditions. Still people feel that okay, like it's just a stress, it will go away, but it's sometimes it's much deeper than that. It's just too much
Right.
deeper than that.
Yeah.
Because like people really need to talk, and
Hmm.
nowadays people are so busy, or you may say it's like artificial busyness, what you say, like people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I love that. I love
I
that
love
phrase.
that. That is, oh
Yeah.
my God, girl. You are adorable.
Thank you. But like because I think we are spending more time on social media, and like we are not connecting in person with people. So
Mhm.
there are, so that's creating artificial business, because we are like into an artificial world. We want something for ourselves, but efforts are very less. So that's why like I feel like people are not able to talk, and then people have apprehensions that what another person will think about
Mm.
me. And still
Yeah.
people don't think that depression is very normal, or mental issues are very normal, and it can happen with any person.
Right.
People don't seriously, people don't accept it when you say that okay, you are feeling like mentally like out, like you are feeling a mental outburst, or you are feeling like completely crazy out there.
Yeah.
So people won't accept it.
Yeah. That's true. Right.
People people won't accept your behavior, like they would
Mhm.
of course want your behavior to be as per the norms, but they won't understand what is the reason for the change in your behavior.
And
But
that's I can relate to that personally because I having clinical depression, and I just find it's easier not to talk about it with my relatives in India because I don't think they'll understand the concept of a chemical imbalance. Well, some of them will, the doctors and the more educated ones will, but not everybody. So I can personally totally relate to that about trying to keep a distance at it because I just feel like they won't understand me or they won't get me. So that's a very valid observation on your part. Yeah.
thank you. But
Well,
I feel like people should be more vocal about it, because I think like you must also have like read about it, and here also like the issues which are like related to depression is like people are like taking their lives, they are committing
mhm.
suicides, and you won't
Yes.
believe like people at 40, people at 35, and recent case I've heard like in India, a 12th class student, she suffered a heart attack. I was like shocked to understand like
Wow.
okay, what can cause such kind of
Right.
issues with people. And
Right.
life has become so fragile, like putting pressure on people is like taking a toll on their lives.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
Yes.
people need to
absolutely.
understand that.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's,
Absolutely. Here in America, in schools, it's risen by 33% recently in this pandemic.
yeah.
So, it's now coming to the forefront. And, people like you and us need to get it out there. and let people
Right.
know it's okay to talk about. You know, let's have a conversation. And that's
Right.
what we're trying to do. Could
Yeah.
you do me a big favor? Do you have your book there?
Yeah, I have it.
Could you
Yeah.
read a poem?
Yeah.
Would you read a poem?
Anyone
Okay.
you want. Yeah.
Anyone?
We kind
Yeah.
of surprised you with this poetry reading, but
Yeah.
your poetry is just amazing.
Thank you so much, darling. Okay. There is one poetry that I like in this book too very much. It's titled as Vicious Life, and it's about how
Oh.
we change from like when we are born till we become an
Mhm.
adult, how we change,
Yeah.
how the perspectives change for us. So it's the title is Vicious Life. When I opened my eyes, I was innocent and pure. What this world had for me, I was not sure. I stepped into the world which was new to me. My parents and grandma were only familiar to me. As I grew up, I made my friends, and to their love there was no end. I began to slowly understand what innocence is, far from the discriminations of her or his. Sharing and caring were the lessons we learned, and love and friendship were the assets we earned. In all the phases of hardship, there was a hand that cared. There were none of my feelings that remained unshared. But slowly, but slowly, this innocence began to decay, and I started accumulating sins that I have to repay. All that love has begun to melt, and cords of friendship could not be felt. It's not me alone whose feelings are dead, but several of us on this discord are being fed. We have become the models with empty heart and painted smile, hearts so hardened to be cut by a fire. We have we have become used to the vague customs today, and of course the slaves of corruption that's enjoying its day. So today I have also grown up as a decayed human, devoid of pure heart and the innocence that was woven. Thank you.
You know what I love about your poetry? It tells a story,
Yeah.
right, Neil? It really
Yes. It
tells
has that
a
narrative
story.
quality of
Mm-hmm.
phase, if I can, no pun intended, but yeah.
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 It
It
goes through
tells
a
a wonderful.
phase.
Yeah. It's so
It's
beautifully and so,
beautiful.
yeah.
Thank
It
you.
really is.
Yeah. So that's one book. In the future, do you have plans of writing more books?
Yeah, I do have. Uh, in fact, like I wanted to like compile one poetry of like short poetry for like 10 poems, but I did not get much time to compile it. So, but I can share a small poetry that I have. As we were talking about depression,
Mm-hmm.
just give me a sec. I have that one poetry there.
Okay.
Because I feel that's just too vital topic that should be addressed completely now because there are
Mm-hmm.
so many people who are getting distressed about things, and
Yeah.
everybody is not.
Yeah.
I think you should take care, Neem. It's nothing like I think we should talk. We should talk about things like because overweighing ourselves with the things is
Mm-hmm.
like it will not lead us to anywhere. And I feel like most reason that we feel so bad is like expectations that we create around ourselves with each other. So
True.
sometimes it's like I feel like we should take charge of our own dreams, our
Mm-hmm.
own like because no two persons are same. I feel like
Right.
it's like really not possible for us to like impose our dreams on somebody else.
Yeah. That's true.
And
No, that's true.
it's
It is
like
true. It's
to
very true.
make a balance and then to take time out for ourselves so that
Mm.
Well,
we can be happy.
well,
Right.
you're a mother of twins, a boy and a
Yeah.
girl, 9 years old. And how do you manage your your creativity, your writing, your job, your family? Is it, we were talking about, how we get overwhelmed in this world,
Yeah,
but I mean, for someone that has, a talent of your caliber, is it hard? Do you
yeah,
find
it is
yourself
a bit
writing?
hard, and like during this pandemic, it's become like it has become a lot hard because like kids are at home, so it's like they
Mm-hmm.
need all your time, and like you are after them, so like and the schedules change, routines have changed in this pandemic
Yeah.
when everybody is at home, so the responsibilities of a lady of the house becomes much more like it expands, so it becomes overwhelming and I get little time but to write, but I feel like whenever there is a thought I just put it down. As of now it's more of Hindi poetry that I write in local language more, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, some of the poetries I've written in English also.
Wow.
That's great. Yeah.
That is utterly fantastic. I
Yeah.
couldn't write. I can write in
I
chicken scratch.
Well, I can relate because I've had poetry, and I'll send you some links in Hindi published as well in English, and so I can definitely relate to the bilingual part, like as you can. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So
Yeah, Neil's family is from India.
yeah,
yeah, I can relate to that. I came to know like Neil name by name. I can
yeah,
make it out that okay, Neil is Indian origin.
yeah, yeah.
Good. So you have
Mine's
been
out.
there for a long
Can you
time.
can you
I
guess
was
mine?
No
Can you guess
worries.
my origin? Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
It's Irish.
no,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
Irish.
Great.
yeah.
Great. Great.
I was born and raised here, but both my parents obviously grew up there and then immigrated to America in the '70s. So,
Okay. Okay.
but I still have lots of family there. I've visited so many times, and so.
Yeah.
We keep
I
trying to
think
send him
like
back.
Yeah, right. I know, right?
I put a stamp on his forehead and everything, and he
Yeah,
comes back.
yeah. Doesn't work. They don't want me. What can I say?
No, he's not. You're not leaving me, buddy.
I think people sometimes miss what like we have a like close net family structure in India. So sometimes people miss it abroad,
Yeah,
but there are always pros and cons which are there. Like
totally.
Well,
Yeah.
family's very important in India, right? I mean, you guys celebrate,
yeah,
and parents live with their children. Am I correct?
I'm sorry, like see,
Do
yeah,
do
they live.
the parents of the children? Because like it's not a common practice here. I think I would have gone insane, but oh wait,
Yeah.
too late. No, I'm kidding. I keep telling my children, you can't put me in a home and keep dad. It doesn't work that way. We're a team. You got to take us both. They'll put me in a home and they'll like have him with them. But Neha, sweetie, could I have another poem? Would you mind?
This is a poem that I don't have it in my book, and it's like about. Uh, do you want me to recite a poem on
Absolutely.
mental health
Yes.
or
Sure.
women rights, whatever? Like,
I think mental health would be.
Yeah, that would be
I
fantastic.
think that, yeah, absolutely.
There's one that I wrote about depression, and Neil, I'm telling you, like it's so common. It's just that nobody accepted that I was in depression. Like handling twins was completely like hue and cry for me. Like I also went through it, and I also had like too much of anger. What you say,
Right.
anger, pangs
Anxiety
and
and all
all,
that.
like
Yeah,
anxiety and all, and
right.
it's very difficult to manage that. And when you
I'm
have
sure.
your own ambitions and passions, and this curb, like it comes in women's life all the time, because
Yeah.
when you are like too passionate, too ambitious, and you just need to prioritize family, and then you just don't are not able to like get your goals. You're
Right.
not able to go after your goals. It creates a lot of vacuum in your life. So I
Mm-hmm.
was also
Mhm.
facing that, but somehow I started accepting it, and slowly I came to terms with it, and after that I started finding my peace in poetry. So I
There you
started
go.
venting out my thoughts in poetry, so that at least I'm engaged in some way.
Right.
That
Right.
is the perfect outlet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So poetry is
It
a
really is.
very
Yes.
powerful medium. So
I am
no.
nowhere on your level. I am nowhere on your level, but I I put my feelings in my poetry, you
Yeah,
know?
I think like it gives a lot of like it gives a big outlet. It gives a big outlet
Hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
you.
And that
Like
in the poem that I just wrote, I want to slap a man. It's about Neil, but don't tell anything. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, it's early here in California, guys.
so
Yeah,
I'll
totally right.
share one I'll share one poem that's relating to women rights only. And
Okay.
when I talked about it to Abu also, and
He's a
like
great.
we could connect on it, and he was like he told me that it's the same situation everywhere. So this
Mm-hmm.
is one poem
Absolutely.
that I wrote about child marriage in India, and take my word, I was not able to sleep until I wrote it down. There was a house help that I had, and she was like 21 years old, and she was a mother of a 4-year-old child. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to react to it, because I could not like when I was 21, I was just enjoying my time. I was
Mm-hmm.
Right.
studying, and I
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
like all
Mm-hmm.
full-fledged. Like I was enjoying my life. I really, and
Mm-hmm.
I could just, I was able to feel her pain, that like getting married at 15, 16, being a mother at 17, and now she is like leaving herself aside. She is like concerned about her child. So
Mm-hmm.
how she must be managing her emotions through, like it was very difficult for me to like digest.
Right.
So this is the poem. It's titled as A Village Girl. I was just 16. I was just 16 with rainbows in my eyes. I wanted to paint the sky and sway in the soothing breeze. I know I am a girl. I know I'm a girl. I knew you would send me away someday. But why you made my destiny a nightmare? Sometimes parents force you to be with somebody, especially in the developing countries. Sometimes you don't even get a choice to choose your partner.
Mm-hmm.
So you made me hold your hand that doubled the size of my little fingers. He pushed me off, he hit me hard, and took my innocence away. I was too young to leave my candy box. But you pushed me into the world where I'm worrying about the candies of my little one. The hand, the hand that should have the loving touch, thrashes me every day, drowned deep into intoxication. You still want me to intertwine my broken soul with him? How can you? How can you? I'm still part of your blood. Thank you.
Oh, Neha. Oh
Oh,
my.
wow. That's epic
Wow.
straight. Yeah.
Oh
That's
my. Oh, that
very
because
powerful.
I have a 19-year-old daughter, and I could not even imagine her getting married and having a child right now. It's
Mm.
Yeah, right.
college, it's college. You have to grow up. You have to enjoy your life, you know, and then settle down, But to be forced into something, that's going to affect your mental health more than anything, I think.
Right.
When you don't have a choice and they force you into do it, yeah, not good. But that poem was stunning. You
Yeah.
are really talented, very, very talented.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's like it's such a big issue that especially in the developing countries, the little village girls like who don't
Mm-hmm.
even understand the concept of marriage. They are just forced into it. They are just like they are just forced into things which may be scary for them. That may shatter the entire concept of love and marriage in their life. They would they would never be able to love anybody.
No, because you can't force love, and you're going to resent, that person that you've been forced to marry. Hopefully, it would happen, but chances of it happening are not great, But to put that on paper, oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
It made me tear up. See, when you can bring emotions out in people with your poetry, you've got a gift,
Yeah.
You really, really do. You're just a joy. Would you come back?
I'm sorry?
Would you come back another time?
At some point, in the near future, we'd love to have you back.
When
you publish that next book?
I'm not really sure. I was thinking of writing some more, and then maybe like 10, 15 poetries at least, and then I'll put it on Kindle.
Can you, I'm sorry, Neil, go ahead.
No, I was saying, that would be fantastic. As soon as there is somewhat of a second collection, that would be the
absolutely. We could just listen to you read.
Yeah.
Well, just listen to you read. I got my coffee. I'll just sit back and.
So part two will be just poetry reading.
Are you? That works for me. Are you on social media?
Yeah, I'm there.
Can you tell everyone how to find you?
Yeah, sure. It's I'll give you the handle. Maybe I'll send it on email.
Sure, we can put it on the comments
we'll put it
too.
In the descriptions. We'll do that.
Absolutely. I have a very good friend in India, Monica. What's her last name? Beha?
B something.
Yeah.
Right?
Anyway,
Monica B.
she just wrote a book called A New Dawn, a Morning of a Thousand Hues, or something like that. Anyway, they just released it in India, and now they're going to release it worldwide. So it's good that this is happening, and you guys are able to get your voices out and be heard. And it's beautiful, beautiful poetry. So, and you can buy your book on Amazon and
Faces of the Moon. Yeah, it's in Flipkart, Amazon.
Would you hold it up? Could you hold your book up for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So people can see the cover. I loved it. It's so pretty.
Yeah, that is a beautiful cover. Yeah.
Yeah. I bought it. Unfortunately, it's going to come today. Because when I started reading your poetry, I knew I had to have it in my collection because you tell a story with it, and it's a beautiful voice that you have. So,
absolutely.
And I feel like it's very difficult for me to write fiction. I usually pick up things that are around, so that are real. So,
yeah. Yeah, I think we all kind of do that. Yeah. But we have just enjoyed having you immensely, and people, please pick up her book. She writes amazing poetry, and we'd love to have you back someday. If you would honor us with your presence, and give those twins a hug from us.
Thank
you. I can tell you're a wonderful mother. You just have a glow about you. You just have a beautiful aura, I think we'll call it.
Thank you so much.
So,
and it was really very, very nice to be with you both. And thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you, Neil.
It's been our pleasure.
It's been our pleasure. Yeah.
It's so good to have get to know new people and interact with new
Absolutely.
people, and
Yeah.
like extend our own what you say the like connection of like-minded
Um,
people.
mhm.
Yeah.
And you know
Yeah.
what? We're going to look for you on social media and follow you. And,
Yeah.
we'll interact there. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And unless you block us, and then we'll get the hint. But no, no, I'm teasing. Anyway, you have a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
You too. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Take
Thanks.
Have a
care.
nice
Thanks,
day.
Neha.
Bye bye.
Thank
Take
you.
Okay.
care.
Bye,
Bye.
Neha.
Bye. Night.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for listening, and thank you, Neha, for joining us. Want an exclusive sneak peek at our future guests? Go to our website, dailywisdomwords.com, where you'll have full access to our podcast page, which is updated every Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. The link of the podcast page is posted in the description. On that page, not only will you see who the upcoming guest is, but you'll also be able to submit a question for that guest and any other feedback and suggestions you have for the podcast. We want to hear from you.
Neil and I want to thank everyone for joining us today. If you are a writer and not a member of Daily Wisdom Words, you can sign up today for just $10 for a lifetime membership. No dues. Take part in our active writing prompts, our Daily Wisdom Word blog, groove to a little music, build your own social media profile, and meet and interact with other writers just like you.
Once again, that's dailywisdomwords.com. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, at which all of the links are posted in the description. And don't forget to hit like on this video and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you want to show us a little extra love, we also have a link for donations in the description. Thank you, everyone, once again, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.